C class, what happens is, how do you run your program? You might be using some code blocks or some GCC compiler or whatever, Dev C++, whatever compiler you people are using. If you are running it is definitely possible to run a program from the command line itself. So either you are using a DOS, or like I am using a Mac, or if you are using Linux, so you can directly run your GCC compiler from the command line. They have the operating system itself has inbuilt GCC compiler. So from command line, even for DOS, you can run the program directly. So while you are calling an entire program to be executed, you can pass some arguments over there. Just for an example, you want some file to execute and it should read the data from some other file. So you can pass at command line the name of that file. Let us see what is the syntax and what do we do. So there is some change in the definition of main that we give. Generally we mention main without arguments, but we can mention there are two possible arguments. One is the count of command line arguments, another is the what are the command line arguments. So let me make you understand what these are. This is the syntax, right? When you can give this, what does it mean? This is, I'm again repeating, count of command line arguments. And this array is actually, as you can see, it's a double dimensional array. It is going to be having, it's a pointer to an array. So what it will be having different arguments. So all arguments जो भी आपके हैं command line arguments इसमें आएंगे. Arguments are stored in this. I'll make you explain it this with a detailed example. So supposedly I am mentioning something, I want to run some file and I am giving something command line arguments from there. If I, just for example, I'm mentioning, supposedly I'm mentioning your C is there and you are working from the DOS prompt or command prompt. So you are executing some file. After executing the file from the command line, you can give the arguments. Supposedly I'm giving argument 1. I'm just mentioning for your simplicity, argument 2 and argument 3. Space is what separates them. So first argument will go in the first here, argv0, argv2 and argv3. If I replace them with actual terms, that, or you can give even the file name, it is up to you what you want to mean. So supposedly there is a file, so there is, I am taking file 1, file 2 and file 3. These 3 files I want to use in my program. So this is the command line. I have given the argument. So what happens is, you have only mentioned this much. आपने कुछ भी नहीं लिखा, आपने सिर्फ यही mention करा है command line पे, separated by 2 spaces. Now automatically argc automatically will take the count as 3 because there are 3 arguments, and in the program you can use this as, इसमें क्या होगा, file 1 automatically जब हम ये line execute करेंगे ना, तब उसके बाद automatically argv0 will take this argument, argv1 sorry will take the argument file 2. It will only take it in character array. ये ध्यान रखना, it is only going to, आपको उसका क्या करना है ये आपकी मर्जी है प्रोग्राम में, ये इसको एज अ कैरेक्टर एरे ही रीड करेगा. So this is the syntax through which you can read command line arguments in the main function. So let's see a small program where we are trying to use command line arguments for file handling. Fine. So again, I'm having these and I'm using the namespace standard std so that I can use my C in Cout, and I'm again having my void main. This time the arguments are not void. This time I'm having integer ARGC की जगह आप कोई भी नाम ले सकते हो. अगेन ये नाम आपका दिया हुआ है. This is argument count, so we take it like this only. This is argument count. Then it is character pointer argument variables जो कि command line से मिले हैं, and whatever variables are there that would be stored here. This is a two arguments are there in main. This is giving me the number. कितना ये array में कितने कितने arguments stored है. This is giving me that number automatically. आपको कुछ नहीं करना है. You are getting them in the main function automatically from the operating system. And these are the variables that the user has given as arguments. So we can use them. And let us see how do we use them. So just taking an example, I am taking say int number. And I'm taking it to be an array of 9, and I'm creating, say, I'm just creating some numbers just for random example. You can take any example of your choice. I'm just taking a random example. So this is an integer array for 9 numbers. So if I'm just creating a program, I know that 3 arguments should be passed. If it is not 3, if 3 arguments have not been passed, then I am mentioning that whatever the argument count value is, I am printing the value, and I am mentioning there is an error in the arguments. So I am not moving further. Error in arguments, and I can use exit. Exit is exit 1 मतलब किसी error के साथ exit हुआ है. Exit 0 means I am exiting without an error. So you can either use exit or you can use return. Since main is a function, who is calling the main function? Operating system. So where if you are using a return here, it will return back to the operating system, right? Exit 1 से क्या होता है? Operating system को पता चलता है कि किसी error की वजह से return हुआ. That's the only difference. So this is only checking कि हमें सही arguments मिले हैं या नहीं. Now I'm creating two files, two objects in which I want to write something. So offstream objects I am creating. I am creating two objects of offstream. So say I am creating F1 and F2. There are two objects, two files which I want to handle, and I want to write into them. So I am doing f1.open. Now I do not know the file name to be opened. Where is the file name? In the arguments. User ने pass करा है जब उसे program को execute कराना है. So I can directly say that the file name for the first file over here is, I can read in argument 1. Supposedly this is my file name. Okay. So sorry, this is the f1.open statement. Now if it has opened, then we are correct. If it has not opened, then we need to check. So we are checking f1.fail. अगर fail हो गया है, that means open नहीं हो पाया है ना, तो हमें proper error statement देनी पड़ेगी. This is the error handling that we should be doing. So in this case, we should mention unable to open. Unable to open. कौन सी file unable to open है? You can even mention that unable to open this file. If you print it, you will be getting whatever user has entered in the command line argument. And after this, since again you are unable to open the file, you will not be able to do the work. So you mention an exit 1 or a return, whatever. You can use either. Now you are trying to open second file. If first file is opened, only then you are trying to open the second file. And again you are passing an argument over here, which is the third argument. Second argument, third argument. First argument अभी हमने use नहीं करा है, ठीक है? So this is technically the third argument that you are using. So again, same thing, you are checking if f2.fail, that means file has not been opened and you should not be working further. So you can mention argv2 open failed. You were trying to open this and it failed. And you should exit the process. You should not continue working in the program because you will not be able to get the correct result. Right? So after doing this, after checking whether the file is opened or not, supposedly they are opened. Now I am using the file to do some task. Let us see what am I doing. This is a sample program to show you the usage of these. So I'm having a for loop, integer I is equal to 0, I is less than 9 and I plus plus, because I have 9 as the array size for numbers. If you recall, I have to check whether the number is odd or even. So the question here is that I'm solving here is whatever from the given list of array, I'm creating two files, odd and even. I'll tell you what command line arguments I'm giving. I'm writing the odd numbers in the odd file. I'm writing the even numbers in the even file. That is all I'm doing. So I have to check whether the number is even or odd and I'll write in the correct file. So if number of I remainder 2 is equal to 0, that means it's an even number. So F2 is my even file. So F2, so I can simply do F out on the second file. So I am using here F2 and I'm writing here number I is getting written, and I'm maybe giving a space also after that. So it is getting written to differentiate between the numbers. Else I am writing in F1, that is your odd file. So this will continue and you will be able to, now here you are writing in the even file and here you are writing to the odd file. After doing this, you can close the files, you can open them in Fstream and you can check the contents of the file also. After this, you can simply do f1.close, f2.close. We have closed the files. आपने लिखा और files को बंद कर दिया. After closing the files, you need two more handles for reading. ये खाली writing के थे. So let us create reading handles instead of off stream. Now that is if stream. And I am creating IF1 and IF2 for reading. So I will now be opening IF1. Again, the name of the file is not known. So IF1 dot open में what am I doing? See, I want to print the contents. So I'm trying to print the contents of the file. So I'm opening the file. I'm opening the first file here, F1. Okay. After opening the file again, if fail is failing and this again IF2 के लिए same will be happening. If it is failing, I will be printing the correct problem statements. After opening the file, I need to print the contents. So either I can use .get or I can use any function. हमने get or put character read functions पढ़े. I'm using that only. So there is a char ch supposedly. So I'm using do. See, now here I'm using if1, that is the file, in file1 dot get, and I'm passing the argument ch. So पहला character जो भी है file में वो ch में read हो गया and I am printing the ch. Now till when should this loop continue? Till when should this loop continue? Till we are reaching the end of file. So either we can write if1 not of if1 dot end of file, or I can simply write if1. So this loop continues till the entire contents of the file have been printed. Now you can do the same second file. You can write file2 contents and you can print what is the name of the file2 and you can print the contents. Again you are doing do. In file2 get, you are doing a ch over here and you can print the contents of the second file. So and you can finally return from the main function and the main function ends. Main खत्म हो गया यहाँ पे आपका. इसके बाद the main is ending. After this, what you will get at the outputs. Output में when you are executing this program and you are supposedly you are giving the command line arguments as odd and even. So supposedly the command line statement was, whatever the statement here was, that was the test.cpp is your file. Okay. So whatever this you were giving here, then you are giving an odd and then you are giving an even. तो ये दो फाइल नेम्स हैं जो आपने पास करे हैं कमांड लाइन में. So you are giving odd and then you are giving even. So After this statement gets executed, the output that you are going to see is content. You are printing the contents in the odd file, so you will be able to get 11, 33, 55, 77 and 99 according to the array that we have created. And then file 2, that is your even, you will be able to get 22, 44, 66 and 88. This will be the output that you will be able to see when you are running this using the command line arguments. So this is how the program is doing nothing. It is just saving the whatever array आपके प्रोग्राम में है, it is just saving the odd arguments and even arguments in separate files. वो array आप रन टाइम पे यूजर से इनपुट भी कर सकते हैं. Do while loop is used to print the contents of the file. इससे हम contents of the file को print कर रहे हैं. कैसे print कर रहे हैं? This is the infile.1 जो हमने open करी है यहाँ पे. Sorry, we have opened it here. So this file is using the get function to read one character. जहाँ पे भी आपका pointer है, तो it is starting from the beginning. Get pointer एक character read हुआ, एक character print हुआ, get pointer next position पे चला गया. करते करते while end of file is not reached, while if one is true मतलब there is something going on, till then you will be keep on printing and keep on moving. आप print करोगे दूसरे जब तक फाइल में डेटा है तब तक print करा. जैसे ही फाइल में डेटा नहीं है, if one will be false, end of file would have been reached, you will come out of this loop. Similar manner you are printing the contents. Sorry, यहाँ पे while की condition missing है. Please add while if 2. So this will be the condition for the second while loop. So first while loop and second while loop. So you are able to print the contents of the file जो आपने इससे पहले लिखे हैं. इसीलिए हमने ने if stream में open करा. So using this we have seen the error handling part also, and we have seen how we use command line arguments in a C++ program. We are opening files, so we are using it for file handling. Is it now clear to all of you? Anybody, any doubts, may please ask.